Quick shout out here to Rubicon. If you use discount code IMCO40, they have this amazing BLS binder in stock. And they also have a couple of cool deck boxes also in stock. If you're interested, I'll leave a link down below. Once again, discount code IMCO40 will save you further on your purchase. Let's dig on into Market Watch, shall we? Make sure you guys smash the and crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Garua, the Wings of Resonant. You remember this is like the coolest super poly target ever. Card is giga, or was formerly giga expensive as of filming this today. The market is turning these over at literally $12. And, you know, honestly, it's kind of nice seeing these actually be affordable. Power of the Elements had such a crazy paywall to it. And before, you know, everything that started happening, happened, I mean, these were pretty expensive. So I actually think a lot of people will be very happy to see that, hey, generic super poly target, the thing that, actually, to be fair, I mean, this is the thing that helps tier elements out massively at the end of the day. So yeah, $12. I mean, they do push on up to 16. If it is something that you need over the next couple weeks, it's definitely not $24, $25 worth anymore. So good stuff. Next up here, Illusion of Chaos. So this was we're down to what, like $25 for this? This hasn't been a crazy, decline, but I mean, to be fair, was back July 30th, you saw these at $44, so I feel like we have had a pretty decent push down for this, but once again, people are looking at this, and you've got a line of sales here, all throughout about the $30-ish mark, but if you're planning on playing like anything that revolves around Magician Souls, this was a staple. But the thing was, you could get away with this as a one-of, unless you're trying to bulk down a extremely large amount of these and extend out the Magician Souls package. You don't have to do that. All right, you don't have to dedicate all of that crazy extra value to it. You can just play the splash package. The problem is nothing really plays Magician Souls at the moment. So also, I mean, these already were on the downward spiral. So seeing that they are kind of reversing course a little bit here, people do prefer the OG Secret Rares as opposed to anything else. Now this one, this was a big one. I mean, you're still seeing these at $30. People are still paying 30s for these, which is pretty crazy at the end of the day. But to be honest with you, 22, 25, 26. I mean, to be fair, we did just cover this card earlier in the week when we saw it hitting, what was it, like $40 on the high end of the ceiling, which was crazy, by the way. Blue Eyes players love this card. It's amazing to me how well this was able to stand up to the test of time. All right, and players still believe in this. Also, I mean, to be fair, once again, you're looking at Battle of Chaos here, and I mean, the only real things that Battle of Chaos had going for it were the Jet Dragon, the alternate Dark Magician. That's about it. Lubellions. Hey, the quarter century Secret Rares still holding pretty high up here in terms of value. I do think that this will probably maintain for a while. Also, Lubellion kind of still look like a badass. Secret Rares have actually punched it down relatively hard. We're down to 35 at the moment, which is actually, considering the fact that these did top out at $82 at one point. Unfortunately, you've shaved off about half of the value at the card. How are these turning over? Yeah, you've had a very large amount of sales in the last day or so, 36, 40. Even some people are picking them at the $50 range, so that's not terrible. I mean, most of your buy steal value still comes from Lubellion, and the fact that the Secret Rare is holding up so good is amazing. Dissipator's still holding at the $18 mark, and of course Magna Hut's still holding at $8. I dread the day that Magna Hut goes to 1. This was actually a discussion point that me and my friend were having the other day. I just want to self-insert this here, but if you're not expecting Magna Hut in any sort of capacity to possibly be on a future list, you got a lot of things to really consider here because the card is insanely busted. Like, it does so much for Dragon Link. Like, a search, yeah, an in-phase search doesn't seem like such a impactful thing, but if you can deploy it during your opponent's turn, get the search into your turn, that's where Dark Soul lacked every sort of ability. I imagine if Dark Soul you could deploy it on turn 0. Whew. And then, of course, Drillsworm's down at $2. It's not only where this card should have been for a majority of its life. Hi, Baldrake. How are you? Blazing Cartesias. These are also nice to see. Finally plummeting down in terms of value. To be fair, it looks like we've been on a pretty big slump down for a little while. I mean, we were bottoming out at about 35 a couple days ago. And still, I'm seeing 30 to 33 throughout the course of the day here. So, yeah, $25 is what it is. Still one of the best looking Secret Rares. The good news is if you had those Starlights, I mean, it looks like these are still holding pretty strong. 274, 274, and 270. You can get a near mint here for 241 on up to 260, 265, 270. So yeah, you've got a pretty decent amount in between here. Okay. Exo Sisters. Hello, Magnifica. Still $110 for a Starlight version. Okay, you got 105 for the Power of the Elements. And then, wow, these collector's rares really did tank down. 30s. Sophia's at 18s, packs at 22s, and regular packs at 8s, 7s. Exo Sister stuff is actually incredibly easy to get, even now. Like, these price points are not bad. Even like base rare or base ultra magnificas, these aren't crazy. Like, I honestly think that this is a good thing right here. The fact that you had all of this wrapped up and handed to you for such an easy paying price point. Okay. Beyond the Pendulum. I bet you can't can't wait to exceed the Pendulum with Age of Overlord here. What, $7, $8? You get a EU English print here. I love how they had to include that there, but this isn't terrible. To be fair, like, even at like $10, this card wasn't terrible. Somebody actually paid $34 for one. Okay, I don't get some of the direct sales. I really don't. I don't know. The best thing I can tell you about this card was it was only ever a one of, and even at $15, it wasn't terrible. Now this is the good stuff. You remember when this was $22 for the Secret Rare? I remember. I really, really remember. Man, 22. Seeing this down is good. They are disappearing quickly, though. I do think a lot of people, obviously, like, this is only really for the Fiend dedicated players out here that do want this. Congratulations, Dark World players. You're heading closer to a budget deck again, which is good. What else we got back? Oh, Runic cards. Hey, tips are just $36. It's actually pretty amazing for the collector's rares. Fountain's also 32s. Sleipnir's down to $30. Alright, I need a horse. Still don't own one of these. Ultra tips are still at 17s. Hugin's $5.50. Okay, hey, you know what? Fountains are at $4. Hey, if you've ever wanted to play the for hire variant out here, I mean, it's looking a lot more inviting. Like let's call it what it is at this point in time. I don't think that for hire cards have had any real budge. I mean, beat here, actually, these did drop down. Holy moly, we are at $8. That's actually kind of nice considering we had a market price at $12 at this point in time. This deck is also very much on the ban list to watch right now. People are still freaking out about this. They're like, if Runic gets, actually cleaned up here in the future, we lose so much value. Raphael at 2s, Philos at $. Yeah. Interesting. So yeah, all your for hire stuff is still pretty much sitting where it should be. Destructive Daruma cannons still $5. Considering these were 9s earlier in the week, that's not terrible. Card is still amazing for a TCG exclusive. Kashtira cards. Hey, Rice Heart still $114. It's going to be a shame if this deck gets hit on the list because this stuff looks beautiful. Fenrir's are $30 for Alties. Ultra Fenrir's are still $24. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's the cost of being a, why does this just say foreign? Oh, that's Korean. What? I love how, that's so misleading. Get that garbage out of here. $10 still for the tier almost cashiers. Theosises are down to $7. Wow. How the mighty have fallen. These were so much money at one point in time. Okay. The rest of this, yeah. And of course, Thurion King Regulus. $21. And the Boreas with 3s. Okay. Well, that's all I got for today's market. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.